Well, today I am very excited to be able to talk about Metro Awakening on the Quest. Now, I know you've probably seen a bunch of people talking about the fact that they got to play it on PSVR 2. I am one of those people as well. But I'm going to be talking to you today about the Quest version. Before we go into that, let's talk a little bit about the fact that Virgo flew me out to their studio in Amsterdam a little while back now when I got to experience this in the PSVR 2. Now, the PSVR 2 version of this is bloody beautiful and there's a ton of videos on it right now, but let me show you a little bit of gameplay of that just to get you a little bit warmed up and honestly start to set your expectations for what the Quest footage is going to be like. Now, I'm assuming right now that a bunch of you are probably thinking to yourself, well, the Quest isn't going to look great. Just hold on for a little bit. First of all though, check out this. This is the PSVR 2 version of the game and honestly it looks freaking stunning. You know, this now of course sets the precedent for how the PC version of this is going to look. It's going to look pretty similar to the PSVR 2, let's be honest. But yeah, nonetheless, it looks really good. Now, just to give you a little bit of backstory on Metro Awakening, this is really a solid game. I have put about 45 minutes into the PSVR 2 version of this, and I have also put about, I think, around an hour now into the Quest version of this, and I'm pretty impressed with everything I've seen so far. It's turned out to be a really solid story-driven story. It feels very, very solid within the universe of Metro, so if you're a Metro fan, you are definitely not going to be disappointed when it comes to this. Other than that though, the gameplay itself is freaking awesome. It's got some really cool mechanics with the guns now that I've never really seen before in a game. There's this new shotgun in there that you load, and it just feels so damn satisfying to load it like that. You have like this cool crossbow weapon and a bunch of other things that we got to experience so far. Every weapon feels freaking solid. I mean, it's what Vertigo Games does the best in my opinion, is their weaponry, and this one definitely doesn't disappoint with that. Not only that, visually it's stunning, and the atmosphere around this game is just perfect for me. It's not quite a horror game, but it definitely keeps that tension up the entire time, making you feel like you really need to be on your toes, like something bad could happen at any given moment. But like I say, it's not that horror, it's just that sort of tension that's building in you the entire time. There's a couple of scenes within this game that genuinely made me poop my pants. There was this scene with spiders where there was a bunch of radioactive spiders knocking around. I was taking them out quite happily, even though I'm pretty scared of spiders. At one point I was trying to load my gun and I had the surprise happen to me that I just couldn't load my gun. I was like, what the hell is going on here? As I reached down, I realized the reason I couldn't grab a new magazine is because I was holding a tarantula in my hand, and oh my god, it made me jump so freaking hard that I actually squished the thing in my hand, and that grossed me out even more in a different way. So yeah, my experiences so far in this game is it's gonna be really good. They're saying this game's gonna have a runtime of about 11 hours. I do want to actually experience the full game for myself before I can truly comment on that, because, you know, what we say we're going to get versus what we actually get sometimes can differ a little bit depending on the player that's going to be going in there. So wait for my full review before I can confirm that definitively. Now, of course, I've kind of kept you on a shoestring for long enough, but let's talk about the Quest version, as I got to play this whilst testing out the Quest 3S when I was in California, and it was stunning to me. It blew my mind that this is running on a Quest. So here's some footage. You can check this out. I mean, honestly, I'm so surprised that this is running on a Quest. It genuinely took me back. So whilst there, a couple of people said to me, man, have you checked out Metro on the Quest? I was like, dang, okay, so I'm going to go try this out. Me and a few other creators went back in there to give it a go, and I was just so surprised. It honestly holds up with like Batman VR that's coming out, and this one was a real surprise shock for me, because normally whenever you hear about a game and then you get to go and experience it on something like the PSVR 2, that means the Quest version is going to look a bit, you know, mid. But with this one, it took me by surprise. I'm actually blown away that they didn't show this one off instead of the PSVR 2, because it looks just so solid. So yeah, when it comes to this now, Quest players, regale, because you don't have to freak out and worry that you're going to get a crappy port of this. This is going to be the full fat thing, and not only that, it's going to look freaking incredible on the Quest 3 and Quest 3S. I can't speak to how this is going to look on a Quest 2 just yet, so if you're a Quest 2 user, hey man, I can't answer how that's going to look just yet, but I can say that when you're playing this on Quest 3 or Quest 3S, you're going to have an incredible time. Now, I have experienced this both on Quest 3 and Quest 3S, and I can tell you right now, the experience didn't really differ. Of course, you've got like a slightly better experience on the Quest 3 over the Quest 3S, but Goodness me, I'm just blown away with how well they've done at this. Massive thank you to Vertigo for sort of letting me share this with you today. They released a bit of gameplay, I believe, on Friday, but for this, I just wanted to properly be able to dive into it and just show you how damn good this actually looks on the Quest. I'm just excited, honestly, because we have so many good games coming up in the sort of like the next coming months. We have things like Batman, we've got Metro, we've got Behemoth. I've actually tried Behemoth as well, but that's a story for another day on the Quest. Yeah, we're looking like we're in a really good place where we're starting to really see what the Quest is capable of right now, and these games are just highlighting that for me. Metro has now become a game that I'm not too stressed about having to play on PSVR 2. I think now I'll actually be able to cover this on the Quest. I'll leave it with you there, guys. Honestly, like I said, overall, the game experience so far has been incredible. Massive shout out to Vertigo for not only flying me over to sort of see this in the studios in person, but of course allowing me to check this out in the other platforms as well and share it with you today. But there you have it, guys. Honestly, good news all round. It's going to look freaking amazing on every single platform. So get ready. Of course, I will be reviewing this in full when it comes to this game's release. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel, as I will be definitely talking about this. And of course, that will give you your information, your final nugget of information, whether this is to buy or not. And that really only comes down to game length and of course quality throughout the entire game. Other than that though, guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in the next video. Finally, the Quest 3 is starting to give meaning to itself because we have games that just look incredible on it. Awesome.